Hello, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Greetings from Germany. I like to wait a few seconds for more attendees. And then we can start. Yeah, but we don't have so many attendees at the moment. But I'd like to inform you, this morning we had a technical issue and for us it was not possible to start before the webinar. And I don't know, maybe some attendees have also some technical problems. Let's see, we will start the webinar. If it breaks down during the session, then yeah, we have to check what we can do. But anyway, we will record the video at this webinar and we will upload it to our page. Here on our page, as you can see on the webinar page, here are the sessions of this week. And here, if you open the drop-down menu, you will see also the link for the video, which one we have recorded. So, okay, so then let's wait a little bit. No? Only a few attendees. Okay, then let's start. Once again, welcome to our webinar. My name is Pina Maginot. I'm the presenter of today. And next to me, yeah, at home is my colleague, Mikhail Barshev, and he will support me during the session. In the dashboard, you can see there is a panel where you can ask questions. During the session, you can type your questions, please, really clear and not only some few words. You can ask some questions and Michael will answer. If they are really interesting questions, he will stop me during the presentation, and also later on after the presentation, we will have Q&A and we can reopen this project and we can show the main topics if there is something unclear. Yeah. So then let's start, I think so.
Let's start.
Yeah, enjoy the session. So, okay, today we have the topic, the model creator. We will design today 3 different types of models. One's at first a normal die model, and then we will design also 2 different kind of implant models with plate and plateless. So let's start with the easy one, but also really important for the settings and so on. We have here 4 dies selected. As you can see, here are anatomical crowns, everything is set up. The CAD button is not green because it's not designed yet. You can do whatever you like. You can start with the design, and on the end of the design, you can continue to do the model. Or also you can start with the model creator and then you start with the design. That's absolutely open. Here you can see the scan, lower and upper jaw. It's an intraoral scan or digital impression scan. And here, when I start the design, you can, or the model creator, you can see the texture scan also of this scan. So I will also explain the main topics from the model creator of Plovdiv of the newest release. So I will load the scan. So, okay, so we have a lot of new things inside of the model creator too. So at first, if you rotate your model or both of them, you can see one is automatically hidden. It's really nice. But anyway, you have here on top the show and hide buttons, and also A and S, then also later on for the to hide and show the antagonist and the model scan. So here in the wizard, the first step, what we have to do is the model alignment. In our drop-down menu with the different types of models, you can select which type you like to design. The plate model demo, it's a normal demo model with a metal plate with a pin selection. This one is possible to do. On top, the main topic or the main important model type is, I guess, the cutout dies. This one we will do today. Here, the plateless model with extra dies means you will have one complete model with separate dies. If you have printing problems maybe, or you have a lot of or less space in between, you can design also one complete model with separate dies, also to do check of the fitting of the crowns and so on. We have the occlusal plane model is the same as the normal cutout die type, but with the occlusal plane. And here we have plateless model with predefined bases. As you can see, this is a base, a large, medium, and small we have in the selection. And we have different printer systems also included, like the Nextend, Asiga, Formlabs, Bintray. Here are a lot of printers and also sometimes different materials with different presets behind. As you can see, Formlabs have smaller hollow model and solid model, and here you can see different kind of materials. And here also is the ZFX digital system, also with a plate. Yeah, and especially here, yeah, the Baumann system. That's a German system, also with plates. Yeah, where you can buy these plates, and then you can put them in the model parts into this plate. Yeah. So, but today we will design the normal model, plateless model with cutout dies. So, okay, here we have the model height. If you like to save material and time, you can change the height of the model. That's possible to do. The default value is 40 millimeter, and if you like to change it here, you can use this small slider to change the height. And also, if you grab and crop or drag and drop the models, you can change also the height of the models, that you maybe get a smaller lower jaw and a little bit more massive upper jaw. That's possible to do. So,
Pina,
if it's
Pina,
yes,
sorry.
yeah,
Why 40 millimeters? Because we have some special model holders. They are exactly designed for 40 millimeters space between these planes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, this one I will show in the last step with the attachments. Yes, that's it. Okay, so we will continue with next. So, and here is the 3D data editor. We have a small change, but it's also available in every other dental CAD step. If you'd like to change the data, you can select or cut out a region. And important is if you don't close this curve and you say delete directly, the cut is absolutely smooth. Yeah, that's new in the Plovdiv release. No one knows this one. If you mark a region and you close the curve and you delete it, it's a little bit more rough. Yeah, the cut is not so smooth as on this side. Yeah, that's important to know. You don't close the curve and then you delete this selection and then you continue. Then you have a really nice smooth cut. Also possible is to mark regions and to close holes. That's the same. You can also close the holes if you have some on the model. So we continue. Here in this step, the software, I have already done this model, and in the model or in the scan info file is the margin line saved. And if I repeat this case, the software is using the margin lines, which one I have set it before. But anyway, also if you have a scan info file from intraoral scanner systems, if the dentists have marked this preparation margin line, you can import also these margin lines, which one are selected before. That's important to know. The software will read the information and will continue with the steps. So, okay, here we have another option, toggle tooth dies. If I like to also to select one separate die or normal tooth to detach, then later on I can select one here, for example, tooth number 1, 3, and then I can also remove tooth number 1, 3. So we will do it. Here I have to mark or click once tooth number 1, 3, and the software will detect something like a preparation margin. Here with this control points, I can change this position. Also, I can correct by painting, yeah. But as you can see, that the curve is perfectly. I can apply, also I can continue directly. And then I can remove also this die. So, okay, let's start with the plate model design. So we have here 2 tabs. In the first tab, the dies. What I like to do at first, I will use the normal settings, the pin height and so on. And I prefer to search at first, or I select the insertion direction or the view direction for the dies. So that means here you can rotate your model and you click set from view. And the second possibility, which one you can use, is also you can grab or drag and drop this control points here on top. Important is if you select separate insertion directions for each die, that you don't choose like the insertion direction like this, or maybe like this, then also it's not a problem. The software will correct it, but then later on also the dies will be cutted a little bit. If it's possible and also easier to replace the dies. So that means normally you try to find one complete insertion direction for the dies, and if you'd like to change some of them, it's possible to change it. So okay, so here omit die pin, that's also possible to select, but I'd like to continue at first and calculate once the model, and then I can explain also more settings. Here with the settings, you have also different values to select. The gap size for the dies, for an example. The pestle height is the height of the model. And for the ditch, it's the same. We have different values for the ditch than later on. And hollow model is possible. The wall thickness is here. But I will start to calculate the model. This one takes always a little bit of time. And during the calculation, I will show you one important page, our wiki page. We are working on it. It's not perfect, but we will update our wiki every day. And here in the model creator tab, you can see here are the model creator module, segmentation, and also model design. And important here, you can see all the different values are explained. It's not completely ready yet. Some parts are missing, but anyway, you can see a nice explanation about here also the omit die pin, if you like to have the pin or without, no cavity and cavity. Here are the settings. All settings are explained here. And more important also here, you can see what is the difference between the values, and when you change the values, what is going on with your model. So, but here it's already done. So, okay. Here also on the bottom side, if you like to mill your model, you can select here also the milling compensation. Actually, it's deactivated for printing, but if you like to mill, it's also possible to activate. So, and here also with the cut view, you can see also the nice settings. So we have here also this, or over here, it's better to show the seal. Yeah, that's the bottom seal also to stabilize the model during the printing. Yeah, that you don't have a deforming during the process of manufacturing. Yeah, and here a lot of values which one you can change or you have to change also, especially here the base and the shaft gap value. You have to try it with your own system and then you can change it to have your optimized model. So if it's okay, so we continue. Oh yeah, no, we keep the existing values. So, okay, here for the lower jaw, I don't have to change the values because we don't have any gap setting and so on. What you can do, if you would like to mill it, then you can make it in a whole model, not a hollow model. That's possible, but we will continue directly. So, okay. Here in the last step, here in the attachment step, if you open the selection of the attachments, you have really a lot of attachments included. Which one is really new? But here, especially if I click on the model, as you can see, this type of attachment is too huge for this model. But anyway, I can show you, this is a part attachment, which one is from Carsten, die Modellmacher. And it's really, really nice. If you place, if you have a 40 millimeter height on the model, this attachment is also 40 millimeter. And then the two parts, if I change it maybe. Yeah, right now you can see these two parts are separated on each model, and then you can print it in totally and you have a really nice small articulator directly on the model. That's a really nice part. So I will delete this one. So, but here anyway, here the support pin, it's a really easy one and it's adjusted directly to the height of the model. Here it's shown in red. I have to reposition it. It looks like that it's one element, but in real, if you have calculated the model and you save the model, it's here separated. And it's also really nice to use it. It's an easy one, a simple one, but also good to do with this one. We have also here for the printing transferal connector. I will show you one example. Maybe this one is a little bit short. So we can rotate this part with holding the control key. So no, but it's okay. So here maybe we can also choose another one, a shorter one. You can connect the bottle or the bottom of the model base to also stabilize it for the printing process. And over here with the text feature, you can add text. So, and then by selecting the text on the model, you can move the text to the best position, and here you have thickness and size, and you can add the text to the model, or you can also subtract the text. So a nice option also here is to print an O and to subtract this type, and maybe also the size you can change and the thickness. And then you will have later on also a small hole, for an example. If you would like to have a hole here at the text. Ah, no, this one not. If you would like to have a hole here on the die, you can select this one here directly. Or in the next step, in the free form, you have the possibility to use the attachment feature. So, ah, no, okay. So this one I will show in the next one, in the implant model. Yeah, that's better to show. So, okay, Here we will close this one. We don't save it. And we will start the second model type. With Gingiva Mask, implants, and so on. In this case, the design is already done with the abutments. And to show you how to import also the designed abutments into the model creator and to work with these ones, I will start at first the design. So I will load the scene file. So as you can see, the abutments are already designed. And here you can continue with the substructure directly, or here with the design model. In this case, the selection of the implants are already done before in the CAD. Otherwise, in the model design step, you will have the option to select the scan bodies. Before we start with this one, only a short introduction once again to our web page where you can download our libraries. Here on our exocad page, integration, you can see dental CAD library integration. And it's absolutely important to know we have partners, or we can show all the partners, but some of these partners don't have the model creator library. And if you would like to work with model creator, you have to check if this type of implant has also the model creator library available. And here, if you open the menu, you can see we have two libraries, the dental CAD to design the abutment itself, and here important is the model creator library. Yeah, in the previous version it was possible to start the model creator, and then later on there was a message that the model creator library is missing or the implant type is missing. Right now, directly in Plovdiv at the beginning, if this type of implant is missing or this abutment or analog is missing, you will have directly a warning message. That's new, but anyway, you can check that here on our webpage if this library is available. As you can see here, that's updated on, yeah, some days ago, last week, yeah, and it's important to check if you have the latest one and the actually one, yeah. Maybe there are some new availables here. So, okay, let's start with the design. So here, let's start with one plate model at first. I've chosen one with a big plate, and here I can also check if the size is okay. I can rotate the model, I can move the model, and with the red regions, you can see if the model is fitting on this plate. Yeah. So let's see. Okay, here it's not good. You have to move it backward. Okay, this is fine. So we keep it like this and continue. So as you can see, yeah, it was directly shown. The height of the model was not correct for the analogs. And the software is realizing this one and is showing this menu. We have to realign the model. So, and here we come back to this model alignment step. And you can see here the analogs are shown in this purple color. So you have two options. One is to change the height in totally. And the second also option is to move the model a little bit further down. And if the analogs are hidden, you know it will fit into this model or in this type. So here we'll change it a little bit. Okay, this is correct. We can continue. Here in the model segmentation step, we automatically will get this cut curves or lines. And here, by drag and drop with these control points or also rotating, we can select our cut or the plane. And also over here, you can see the software will generate automatically a Gingiva mask. Here it's activated Gingiva mask. Gingiva mask is also possible to move, for an example. Yeah, if you like to change the position, here I can also change the planes, and also the same for the Gingiva mask. Important to know, if you have this this type of model, the Gingiva mask or the cut is flat. If you have the next one, the form of the gingiva is not flat on the bottom side. Yeah, so here we will correct the planes. By clicking also here on this control points in the menu, you can select some more planes if you need one. Yeah, so but in this case, I guess it's correct. We change it a little bit. So here it's shown in red because I guess it's in contact with the analog. So here I will rotate. So, okay, so with the settings, here we have all values for the cut and also the settings for the height of the base and so on. Here I will directly start with the calculation, and then I can explain you some settings. Here important is the Gingiva Mask gap is here. And new also in the Plovdiv release, it's only possible to open this in Plovdiv. It's the lab analog horizontal gap or offset value. Here, if you have different printers or maybe another analog system, then you can select your value for the gap of the analog. That's important to know. Here you can see this yellow region around, and if you like to change the value, the gap value for the analogs, you have the possibility to do this over here. Okay, the calculation takes a little bit time. But anyway, you can see over here, yeah, almost done. You can see here we have a nice Gingiva mask and the rest of the model. And anyway, you can always change the height of the plane for the Gingiva mask, and also you can change the angulation. If you like to rotate it and so on, you can do this by holding Shift and Control and on the keyboard. So segmentation is done. Yeah, so okay. That's okay. We are fine with this one. We can continue. So we have some values also for the lower jaw and also some cut planes, but we don't need this one in this situation. We like to have one complete model. And for this, I directly continue. So once again, here with the small symbol, you come directly in our wiki page. It's not totally updated, but here you can see the explanation when you change the values, what is going on the model. Yeah, it's once you can read it on here on Wiki, or you click here on the small symbol in the wizard step. So. Yeah, that's for the model creator. The calculation takes a little bit time. That's normally if you have a really strong computer and it's extremely fast, but maybe with a laptop a little bit slowly. Yeah, but it's okay. So okay, we can continue then. Here in this step, or with this plate model, you don't have the possibility to select some attachments, yeah, because you don't need it. You have this normal plates, and you don't get this possibility in last wizard step. So that means here I say I'm done. Next, I don't save the scene because we would like to use it once again to design the last model type. So here, once again, I will start the model creator. So I will okay, and here I will choose the plateless model with cutout dies. So here's the same. I keep it like this, but the software will tell me maybe the height is not correct with the analogs. Here, toggle tooth dies, we will skip. I already have shown this, so that means here I have to realign the model for the analogs. So, okay, let's see. I will increase the height and I will move it a little bit down. Okay, that's correct. We can continue. So here we have different types of tabs: implants, mask, and settings. So let's start maybe with the mask. So normally pre-selected is the preconditioned gingiva here. So, but on one case or one side or implant, I will choose one gingiva mask. So here we have the settings for the mask, and here I can add it by painting a curve. So here with these control points, I can change it. So retention knobs are also possible to select if you like to have some small retention points on the bottom side for better fixation on the model, that it don't move. So, and I will start directly the calculation, and then I can show you different or more options also. So. And important to know, to choose different settings, which one we'll do right now, it's mandatory that you have before designed abutments. If you don't have the abutments designed beforehand, it's not available in this step. Yeah, that's important to know. But also here in the Plovdiv release, there's one nice option available. If you have designed the abutments, you can create, for an example, an abutment die. We will do it in the anterior part. Yeah, we can select this one as an abutment die. That means the software will generate an abutment die out of the abutment shape, and you don't need an analog. Maybe the abutment is already designed, already in the mouth, and something was happening with the crown on top, and you have done it before, 1 year before maybe. You can reopen this one, and you can generate out of the abutment one die, and then you can continue with the crown design, for an example. So, okay. And here I will show you also the preconditioned, unconditioned gingiva part. So, okay, here, as you can see, here gingiva mask is selected. If I'm clicking here on the tooth number 21, I have here unconditioned. This one I will select on one of this tooth. Here I will select the abutment die. Only by clicking on the tooth, the software will change the setting. So, and here I will change it to unconditioned. So then we have 4 different types. Here also
Pina,
important.
sorry,
Yes. Yeah.
Question. We have here a lab analog.
Yes.
And we need sometimes to correct the support of lab analog. How, you know, the support around the analog, if, for example, the lab analog is too high. And we have a parameter to control this. Please show this.
Setting. Okay, just wait. I have started the calculation to show it. Yeah.
Because I cannot explain this in words.
Yeah.
Maybe for plateless or for plate models.
Yeah.
Maybe in plated model it looks more different.
Yeah, in plate model it's better to do this, and also you have more control of the gingiva mask, for an example. That's also, yeah. If you design a gingiva mask or not, this is absolutely yeah, important to know. But the gingiva mask is set it automatically and don't have to control with the gingiva mask height. As you have seen before in the plate model, I had this plane, and then it's easy to change the plane. And then you have more control of the model. Here it's a little bit difficult. Yeah, in this case it's not really.
I think it's in mask.
Mask, yeah, but you don't have height offset. Yes, you can change this one, but not. You don't have the same control as you have in the plate model. Yeah,
it's quite tricky.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So, and here I will also change or show the. Okay. So, okay, here we have the abutment die. Here in the, here in the settings, once again, here the lab analog offset parameter, which one you can choose for the rest of the abutments or the analogs. That's important to know. Implants I already have explained, and the mask is over here. Yeah, you have the thickness, the gap, and also the height offset. If you'd like to change it, yeah, you can play a little bit with this height offset value, but yeah, it's not the same as you have a plate model. Then you really have the plane, and you can control, yeah, or have more options. So over here, I will show you the difference between pre-selected or preconditioned and unconditioned. Here with the cut view, you can see, I will rotate it. So you can see the abutment, and this is here really only a cut. Yeah, and you have a lot of space. Yeah, you can see it's preconditioned. It's only a small cut off here on the model. If you check over here, I will change it. So you can see it's really nice from the shape. Yeah, if you move it further down, it's adapted to the abutment. Yeah, that's important to know. And this is the unconditioned type of the model. Yeah, and here you can see it's really nice adapted from the model to the abutment. So okay, and here, yeah, we have the gingiva mask. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. So, okay, then let's continue. Here's the same with the values, but we don't have to select some yeah fitting parameters, and the gap parameters is a complete model.
Sorry, Pina, during the calculation,
Yeah.
did you explain? I just forget. Did you explain this lab analog offset or not yet?
Yes, yes, yes. I have shown it that you have this value.
Okay, thank you.
But it's only available since Plovdiv. Yeah? Before with Matera or Valletta, it was not possible to have this value. And with the Plovdiv release, it's always available that you have this lab analog offset gap parameter. Yes. Okay. Any other questions so far during the calculation?
No.
No. Okay.
So there was a question, for example, how to rotate the text on the model, but it's pretty clear. Freeform step, you can add attachment as text and you can rotate it freely. It's not a problem.
Yeah, but with the text option, it's in the position. Yeah, then upper and lower jaw is fixed. You can't change it. Yeah, only with.
I mean, not in this step, but in next step.
Yeah,
then
that's
you
it.
You can move it and rotate freely.
Yes,
but not here.
No, here
is fixed. The
yes,
orientation is fixed. Yes.
Yes. Here in the text attachment step, it's fixed. So, okay, let's work with this nice full arch articulator attachment. So, oh, I have selected two. Okay, delete one. So, okay, I will rotate it. And as you can see, I have chosen more than 40 millimeters for the model height, and then it's really nice from the height. So otherwise, if you have a lower than 40 millimeter height of the models, then the attachment is higher than the model, and then it doesn't make sense. So here, text, it's possible, yes, but here we continue directly. So okay. Here in the if I'm done with the design and I'd like to change something, you always have the possibility to go to expert mode. You have the tools and you can open everything here. Also, you can select anything over here, freeform model, for an example. Yeah, you can select attachment and let's start it with the upper. Yeah, with this. Freeform model here. So here in the freeform step, you have the attachment step, for an example. You can add attachments or text and also subtract. Subtract means you will have some holes inside of the model. For an example, if you would like to check the fitting of your analog or you need some drain holes on the bottom side of the model, you can use this feature. For an example, you can see parametric design, rotation. You can select any kind of type And here with the height and, for example, the width, you can change it. You can move it and rotate it. For an example, over here, I have to change the height. Or maybe further down. That's totally open where to place it. For example, like this. I know it's too, maybe in this position. So, and then you can apply, and then you will have a hole in the model. Yeah, and then you can also select the second one, for an example, and so on. Also, drain holes are possible to select. If you need one, maybe on the bottom side here, or more than one, you have this possibility here. You apply, and that's it. So, and that's in the free-form model step. On the end of the design, you can open the menu and you can change it. So, any other questions regarding this step to make holes in the model or drain holes on the bottom side? Michael, you okay? You're still there? I don't hear you.
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay.
And maybe another interesting question, how maybe you can show how to work exoprint here. It makes sense for model printing, I think.
Yeah. Okay, then I will click OK.
So I don't have not so much questions
Okay.
since, but so what I would recommend just for maybe for your information, not your Pina, but for attendees, that it makes sense in this 21st century to avoid these Geller models. Forget it. It's all very, very old analog school. Now I prefer to print models with extra dies. You don't need any problems, no fitting problems at all. You just print the model and you just print dies, and that's it. No issues with accuracy and so far. So I would just recommend you to use extra dies instead of Geller models.
Okay, so here in my dental DB, I have a connection or almost a connection to a printer. In the Plovdiv release, we have different presets for different printers like Asiga, Nextend, and so on. And if you have installed the software of the printer, automatically this icon will appear with the correct installation. So, and here, as you can see, I have done the design and I've done the model creator, and I can open here the 3D Sprint connection to the printer. I only like to show it shortly. You can see here CAD and model creator, and here I can select which type I'd like to, or which STL file I like to print, and which material, for an example. Yeah, here's the CAD folder, and this is the model creator. Also, the software is detecting the correct model creator or CAD design, and gives you some selection for the different materials. Yeah, and here you can really easily deselect or select which type you like to print, and then you can select here proceed to printing, and the printer software is then starting. Yeah, that's a really smooth connection to your printer system. And in the Plovdiv release, as I mentioned before, we have different presets also behind, and if you have installed the printer software, then you will have this smooth connection. Not everyone is perfectly integrated. The Nextend is the best one, the best example, but we're also working on this one, and then you can really have your STL files selected, different kind of materials. Yeah, for sure. For the gingiva, it's pink, the pink material, but here also you can change it to different types of materials. And then you can say proceed to printing, and then the next software is starting. Yeah, but we don't use this one right now. So, any other question?
Not really.
No? Okay, so then once again, here we have our exocad webinar page, and here in the menu you will find later on also the video of the session of today. And here in exocad wiki we will have a nice explanation of the settings. And I think so we will also have another YouTube tutorial video, maybe end of this week or maybe next week, which one is also important to show or to watch on YouTube, to see the tutorial video. And that's it. Yeah. And here once again, shortly only the information. Oh, sorry, this one you have to close. On our web page, we have the DentalCAD library integration, and yeah, okay, here I don't have a printer connected, so let's start this one again. Here we have the libraries, which one are for the model creator or for the DentalCAD software. So, and if there are no more questions, then thank you for joining the webinar today, and yeah, stay safe and healthy. And we have some other webinars the next days with Exoplan, and yeah, stay tuned, and everything works fine, hopefully.
Thank you very much, Pina.
Thanks.
Thanks for attendance.
Yeah.
Stay healthy. Have a great end of the week.
Yeah. And see you soon, hopefully. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you.